Hey, welcome back to Case by Case Training. Normally in my videos, I talk to my clients or just people looking to get into shape and help them along in their fitness journey. But this video is going to be a little unique, and the reason for it is I actually put out a video several months ago that was directed to clients using the Trainerize app, and that's an app that I use to train my clients. And so it's just a tutorial video showing the functions of the app and how to use it. But I got a lot of views and a lot of coaches or potential coaches who were interested in asking questions and comments and stuff. So I figured, I'd do a follow-up video and actually do more of a review of the Trainerize app. And specifically, this video is going to be more directed to people who are interested in using the app for coaching clients of their own. So if you're more looking for my typical content, you can go and look for a different video and just move along, because this one is going to be more directed to coaches specifically. So in this video, I'm not going to necessarily go into all the details of how to use the app. If you're interested in more of that, this video where I already posted on the tutorial of the app will show a lot of that. And again, it's from the client perspective more, but that can be very helpful as well if you're considering using the app, because you don't really get a full understanding of the client perspective side of things when you download the app. That's part of what's difficult to navigate at first initially, is how things look from the client end. And so a lot of that video is showing things from the client side, but it also does show you a good idea of what the app looks like, some of the functionality of it, and some of the benefits of using an app like Trainerize. Now, the main purpose of this video is more just kind of a review, a little update. Obviously, I've been using Trainerize to train my clients, and so I just wanted to talk more about what I think of the app, how it's been going for me using the app to train my clients over these last several months, and just kind of talking about some of the good things, some of the bad, and just giving a little bit of my perspective on the app and whether or not it would be worth investing in if you're looking to coach clients with an app like Trainerize. So first of all, I will say that there is a little learning curve with Trainerize, probably like most coaching apps, just figuring out the functionality and how different things work. But one thing that definitely is true is if you start actually having a few clients, you sign a few people on, you quickly figure out things, and your clients will even help you. You can be open and honest with them about the fact that you're even new to using this app to train clients with. That doesn't take away from your ability or your knowledge of coaching. You can say, hey, yeah, I've been coaching for a while, but I'm new to using this particular tool, but I've heard good things and it's helpful. So along the way, we'll be kind of learning this together. And people don't mind that. I did that with my first few clients, and they were able to even kind of point things out or say, hey, what about this? Or I'm not sure where this is. And so it forced me to kind of learn some of those things about the app and what the app's able to do. There are other tutorial videos out that you can watch. There's not a ton on using Trainerize, but there are videos out there. And depending on how this video goes, and if it seems like it gets feedback from people, I may put out more tutorial videos myself on the actual usage of the app and tips and stuff with training your clients and everything within the app. So we'll just see about that. So one thing to just keep in mind is that ultimately Trainerize is just a tool, just like a gym is a tool to be able to train your clients out of, or having equipment are tools to be able to use to get results for clients. And so Trainerize is another tool. It's not the main selling point that you would use for a client. It can be looked at as, hey, here's a helpful tool, and I'll talk about some of the benefits and some of the perks, both for the trainer and the client. But ultimately, you are the coach, and you need to be able to still get clients results. And so that's what you're selling, is that, hey, I can get you these results. But this is a helpful tool that will be used in the process. And I'll go into some of that now on what the benefits are. So one of the biggest things I would say definitely for both the client side and the trainer side that I love about Trainerize, that to me makes it so much better. Even if you're going to do in-person training still, I even would still recommend Trainerize for this purpose because it's so much better than any kind of tracking or note-taking that you could do on your own, because everything gets entered into this app. And when you make a program for a client, it's there forever. If they do a certain exercise, they do a certain workout, you can go back and look over time what they were able to do, and they're simply inputting the reps they did, the sets they did, and that's it. And it makes it super simple because you're not taking a bunch of notes, you're not having to physically go back and look in a journal at what they were doing or what they did in the past, or asking them to send over a picture of the notes they took if you weren't training them in person. The app does it all for you. And again, this is true for in-person training too. If I'm training a client in person, I even use the Trainerize app, and I will just enter in all their stats as they're training. And it's just so much simpler because, again, it just tracks everything for you. And just with a click of a button, I can go into any of my clients' profiles and I can see graphs of their progress. I can see their weight in there, and I can see, you can connect MyFitnessPal and I can see their nutrition, I can see what they're eating, and we can set goals within the app, and it'll be progress on how much they've achieved and how close they're getting to that goal. And you can make customized goals. You can make any kind of goal you want based on each client's unique goals. And so there's a lot of good things from the tracking side of things, tracking progress. There's awards and badges that Trainerize gives as people make new progress, or they have personal bests. It'll say like, you did a personal best in this exercise, and again, it's just all tracked within the app on its own. And so that's a nice thing. It's simple. You don't have to be super organized. It does it for you. And another great thing is you can go into any exercise that a client's done. It'll show their personal best right next to that exercise. But then additionally, you can click on it and you can see everything from the past that they've done with that exercise. Just by one click of a button, you can see everything. Hey, how much did they do this time? How much did they do last week? And it just makes it a lot simpler. Another great thing, and this is from the trainer side of things, is you can do a lot of work up front all at once. So you can create a program for a client. You can make their entire program. You can make a month or 6 months worth of program. It doesn't matter, however much you want to put in to their program, and you can schedule it all out. You can go to a calendar, you can schedule out in their calendar what days are going to do what workouts. You can additionally actually go in for each workout and make progress week by week. So you could take the workout for week 1 and then week 2, based on what they do in week 1, you can go to a little progress thing and just increase reps, increase weight. And you can do this all in advance. So you could make a progressive plan for somebody months in advance and not have to do anything with it other than just continue to follow up with the client, make sure they're getting good results, and continuing to like the program. So this is a huge benefit because a lot of times, especially with in-person training, what tends to happen, and we know this as trainers, is we get a program for somebody and then time to get something new written up and we kind of procrastinate, and then it's like, oh no, I got to get this client's program made and I got to make this client's program. And you could still run into that for sure with Trainerize, but it makes it simpler because when you're sitting down and you're just creating it all, with just the click of a button, you can do things months into the future, weeks into the future for a particular client. And obviously, as you see, you can go back and see what they did. And if you're like, oh, okay, we don't need to go up to this yet, we need to stay at this weight or whatever, you can make those changes and make those adjustments as you should as a good trainer. And so there's a lot of control in your end on that, and it makes it very simple. So that's another big benefit and perk to the app. One thing I did want to talk about, because I think Trainerize doesn't really advertise this that well in my opinion, but so you can do a 30-day free trial, and I'll link to that in the description, and you can try that out. And that's what I did to start. And that's really helpful because it just kind of gives you an idea of how things work, and you can really learn quite a bit about the app. I would just recommend do the 30-day trial and just try to absorb as much as you can. Try to use it. Sign yourself up as a client. I did that myself to be able to log out of my trainer profile, log in as a client, so I could see what the client kind of sees and get their perspective. And again, watch my other video that will give you kind of the client side of things as well. But use the app for the 30 days, really try everything, get an understanding. If you have a few friends or family that you can test it out with, or if you have some current in-person clients, use it with them in person even. Do like a hybrid and just say, hey, I'm testing this app out. Would you mind if we use it for the next several weeks of your program? And just test it out. But one of the great things about Trainerize that they don't even really tell you that well, or that I never really knew, is it's not like at the end of the 30 days, you just start getting charged some, annual fee or some subscription fee. It's based on how many clients you have. And so you pay for client seats. And so this is nice because even at the end of the 30 days, you only have to pay for whatever amount of clients that you have. And so I forget what the breakdown is. I think it's like the first 5 clients you have to pay for, and it's this much a month. And then it goes up to having 10 to 15 clients is this much a month. And then it goes up. And so it's nice because the maximum amount, you get to a point where it's unlimited clients. I think it's like $200 a month or something. Don't quote me on that. But by that point, if you're at 500 clients or you have, thousands of clients, you're going to be making that back easily. But even the same's true if you have 5 clients. If you have 3 clients, 5 clients, whatever it is, the amount you pay each month is going to be made back in, one single client. So it's a good system because it you grow as you have to pay more. The system grows with you. And so this is just good to know because I wish I would have known it, because it takes a little more of the pressure off and you're just like, oh, okay, I can try this out. I can, in 30 days, even if I get one person as a paying client, that's already going to pay off my first slot of clients that I would use the app for. And so even if you're not sure if you fully understand the app within 30 days, you feel like, I don't know if 30 days will be enough time to really understand it fully, I would still just recommend it because, again, you're going to pay just a little bit each month for that first slot of clients, and you can pay for that even just with one single client. Another cool thing, and I won't go into all the different features, but you have complete control. And so it's nice because you can create programs, and this was a little confusing at first, and so I would like to do a tutorial video on it if people are interested and if they're wanting to try out the app, because this was one of the most confusing parts, but it's honestly super powerful. You can create individual workouts, and then you can have a whole library of workouts. You also have a library of exercises that come with the app with videos and instructions, but you can put your own in. You can take videos of you doing them, which I don't recommend getting too caught up on at the beginning, but it's nice that you have that ability. You can create workouts and you have a whole library of workouts, and then you can assign those workouts to any individual client. But additionally, you can create entire programs with a 7-day split of certain workouts, and it's a weight loss program or it's a muscle gaining program, and you can assign those entire programs to clients. You can make them any length you want. You can sell those programs as you choose to, if you want to, however you want to do it. Additionally, though, you can make customized programs for clients, and then you can copy those programs and use them for other clients and make tweaks and adjustments based on their individual goals. And so there's a lot you can do by way of how you want to sell your programs, how you want to market it, if you want to do customized coaching, if you want to just create a one-off plan that you sell as a weight loss program or whatever kind of program. And so there's a lot you can do. You could do a subscription type service if you want. You could have a subscription fee and additionally have the cost of the program. You know, there's just so much freedom for you, which at first can be a little overwhelming because you have to figure out, how am I going to run my business and what am I going to do? But it's also kind of exciting because you can go any direction with it. I mean, there's so many different opportunities for you to utilize, and so, you know, try some things out. Don't feel like you have to get it all figured out at once. But again, I can go more into detail about how I do it, what I kind of landed on as my system, and talk through just how some of those things work and go through. There's so many videos I can make about tutorials with using Trainerize, and I enjoy Trainerize a lot. I personally love the app. I would highly recommend it, and so I could make tons of content about using it. If that's something that's interesting to you and you want to know more, and maybe it would help you even if you were decided to download it and you'd like some videos to go through this process of figuring out how everything works and have some solid content to help you with that, let me know. Put it in the comments if that's something that would interest you. I would be totally open to making some tutorial videos. But again, I just wanted to kind of feel the waters, see what the interest level is, because again, this channel is more geared towards clients and people trying to get healthier. But because of just the way it worked with this other video I put out, I figured, why not? You know, I have some experience with using Trainerize, and so maybe if it's a way I can help other coaches get started, then I would be open to doing that. And again, it's no cost to you. It would just be, if you're interested, let me know and I'll put out some more free content and do some tutorial videos on how to use Trainerize more in depth and in detail.